Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm, as always, excited to see what messages are going to be coming through from Spirit today. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world because we can make a difference in the love that we send. So, let me make sure my microphone is on. All right, very good. That's a good start. And if you're watching this live or on replay, please feel free to join me. It multiplies the love that we send out to the world. And regardless of time, we can step outside of time together where all that love exists and send it out to the world. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now, and just let that love flow down into our heart and fill us up and out into the world. And if you are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your mind, your body, your heart, a relationship, a loved one, any situation, whatever you need the love for, we send it to you right now as well. And please know you are never, ever, ever alone. You are surrounded by a host of beings of unconditional love and light always around you. Never, never are you ever, ever alone. Feel their love. You have a guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, loved ones who are back on the other side already, enjoying the show, giving you love, ancestors for generations and generations supporting you, creator, spirit, many, many beings of unconditional love and light. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and sending that love out to the world. And let me just make sure we are all good here. All right. Very good. And happy Friday the 13th to you. For some of you, it's probably the 14th already, but it's a great day. We have all sorts of beliefs. If you believe it's going to be a weird day full of bad luck, you will have bad luck. But you also can look at the 13th being a beautiful energy. And that's how powerful you are. All right. So I do want to just share a couple of videos, 2 days left to enter the personal reading giveaway, this will be the first giveaway of I'm going to say 2013, 2023. And I've almost have, I think, 45 comments on the video, which means I will be giving away a 30-minute personal recorded reading, a 45-minute personal recorded reading, and most likely a 1-hour personal recorded reading. So if you haven't checked out the video yet to see how you enter that drawing, I'm doing it differently in 2023. So be sure to check it out. I love giving away stuff. And I love doing those personal readings as well. And we also had a pick a card that we put out yesterday about what Spirit wants you to know about transforming, aligning, healing. And there's a pick a card for mind, for body, for heart, and for self. So thank you, Anjali, for your recommendation for that pick a card. And so be sure to check that out. And then, of course, we have Mars just went direct yesterday. And so we're moving into this. Actually, I mean, it's a post shadow. So it is this wonderful reflection time on what we learned during the Mars retrograde. but our interaction with people in authority, masculine energy, even our own masculine energy. We all have it, whether we're male or female or how we identify. We all have divine masculine, divine feminine. So you can get some great information in those weekly energy updates by each individual zodiac sign. So I like it. All right. So let's get started on the readings for this session. Let me just split this out here so I can see it and shrink this down so it's not in the way. Whoop. A little challenged today, evidently. Okay, here we go. And if you notice in the pinned comment, if you're new to my channel and new to these live sessions, I do go in order for the free readings, first come, first serve. But if you make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. And I step outside of the free readings, complete those, and then step back in line and move down. I had some people ask about Cash App. And so I did some research, and I on Square, where I have my bookings for personal readings, there actually is an option for Cash App, and I found a link on how you can make donations. So I'm very proud of myself for getting into all that technical stuff. So now you can make a donation by Venmo, PayPal, and Square/Cash App. So all those links are available in the description box of the video, plus in the pinned comment at the top of the chat. So, and of course, you can use the super chat option at the bottom there as well. But so a lot of ways that you can donate if you so wish to do that for your readings. All right. So that's enough of that. I do have a donation already that came in via PayPal. PayPal. Well, and let me just make sure here. All right. And I believe that is Renee. I should know your real name by now through PayPal, but you get older, what are you gonna do? So I do see the question, Manny's current feelings for you. So let's pull some cards and see what spirit has. And then we will get into the beautiful free readings as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. I don't say it enough. I love feeling your energy and all the thirst and that you have for hearing from spirit and pursuing answers from them. All right. So current feelings of Manny for you. I do want this one right here too. Okay. So let's see what we have happening here. So we've got the Seven of Wands coming in here, and the Seven of Wands is this way of you being perceived by them. Like, this is Manny down here. It almost feels like that they're little, I don't want to say jealous of you, of where you're at in your life, of how you look at yourself in life. And I don't feel like they feel they can keep up with that. They feel low about themselves. And so um, it's not that they will say it out loud to you, but they, just really, uh, it's like this mirror that you give them about who they are. So they see you, and you are accomplishing things that they want, and you're being you, and these types of things. And let me turn on this little bit light here too. But they're like, it just makes them realize how low they feel about themselves. And it's nothing you can do. They're going to see that in a lot of mirrors when they go around. But I feel like they have that there for you, because you do have the Two of Wands here, which is about whatever they focus their energy on is what grows and expands. And so it depends on the moment. Sometimes they're feeling like, wow, because they're focusing on what they're grateful for. But when they are in a bad mood or they have fears that are ignited, then they focus on what's missing in their life. So they go back and forth between the two, like we all do. But I feel like they spend more time on the focusing on what's missing in their life, and reverting it back to them, because they also have the Seven of Swords here, which is their own thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets about themselves that steal their joy, that steal their opportunities. There's these subconscious feelings. I don't even feel like they recognize them, but they are um, always stealing opportunities, stealing love, stealing joy out of their life because of these thoughts and beliefs about their worth and who they are. And so, they have this, you know, downer, manic Manny is, I was gonna say Debbie Downer, but I'm like, it's more manic Manny. They kind of have a habit of focusing on the negative of things. And so I feel like there's going to be a change of direction here with the Three of Wands. That it's like, you know what? You have had enough energy of that. It's like you take a different direction regarding them. And then that leads you into finding new love that's more worthy for what you're wanting, and more matching of your love vibration than of them. So I really, uh, I feel like that information is good for you to really realize, okay, it's not your imagination. And maybe sometimes we see the who someone can be. We see the possibilities in people, and we're like, oh wow, this is who they're going to be. But sometimes they don't. You know, we see the possibilities, but they're not going that direction. They're not making that choice. So see who they are now, not who they could be, because that's just a possibility. Focus on who they are right now. And I feel like you will make a change and an adjustment for someone more in, that direction. So that is what they have for you. So enjoy the replay on that, Renee. So many blessings again. Thank you so much for your donation. So um, that is what we have, and I don't think I have any other donations. So we'll jump into the free readings, and we will start off with Kritika. Sayani, maybe? I probably murdered that. My apologies. And you'd like to know the true intentions of Anavesh towards you. Will he give you a commitment? Let's take a look here. Let's take a quick sip here. I hope 2023 has been amazing for everyone. I mean, it can always be, right? That is our choice. One year I posted, I hope your year is amazing, and if not, it's your own dang fault, because we get to choose it, right? All right. Let's take a look here, Kritika. Cards are being a little sluggish. Let's see here. Okay, nope. So what are the true intentions of Anavesh towards you? Okay, here they come. So their true intentions, we had the Queen of Pentacles here, which is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So the intentions they have, one is that they see you as someone who can comfort them, who can nurture them. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is about new birth and abundance, and they feel like they can find abundance through you. And, I'm like, that's good, to that they see your value, they see how you can be, but they really need to find this within themselves. So that's something to be aware of, is that, if they're looking for you to be a foundation and to be a source of abundance and of new birth and things, it's part of our experience here, but just know that you won't be able to do that for them, because we can only find that within ourselves. But they do see you as this source of nurturing and abundance that comes in there. Will they give you a commitment? We have the Chariot here, which is about movement within this, relationship between you guys, but it is the power of choice card. It can be a victory card, but I'm being pulled to the energy of the choice between the two. And I feel like they're in the process now of really just trying to figure their life out and what choices they want to make. Okay, but then we get the Wheel of Fortune. So I really feel with this is, that it will end up, they'll end up choosing, it'll end up turning for you on what you will feel is fortunate. So that could or could not be, a commitment from them, because it all depends. This four tune, the tune of for you, is what comes in with the Wheel of Fortune, trusting that everything that unfolds does unfold for you. And I feel like there's this trust. They're showing me, like, that little trust test where you close your eyes and you fall back and you let spirit catch you. It's like developing this trust with spirit, with these two cards coming in. Normally, this would be a total victory, victory. Yes, yes, absolutely, yes. But they're bringing in the trust energy with this for you, in meaning that it's trust that each and everything that unfolds is unfolding for you. Things are not happening to you. And so it's allowing the universe, the how and the when, to unfold. And while you're waiting for all that to unfold, it's turning inward and upward and developing and enhancing and growing your self love and your relationship to spirit. So interesting, um, beautiful guidance in that, um, because that is what is going to make you feel full and uh, overflowing, where you feel abundant, where and I love that Queen of Pentacles too, coming in for you, being nurturing you, mothering you, bringing that new birth into you. So I really feel them nudging you on an inward and upward, yeah, an inner and upward motion, because that's where you find your wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, one of them. And so this is where you find your wholeness, and your emotion is inward and upward. And then the rest of everything else just unfolds and is beautiful. You build this trust with Creator and with Spirit. So I like it. I know it's not what we exactly wanted, but that's what we have. So let's take a look here. So, Rishi, you are up next for the next free reading, and I am doing well. I got my coffee, so I'm waking up. And hope you are doing well. And absolutely, you can have a general reading. And I feel like I'm drawn here to the Into the Lonely Woods deck here. And let's see what Spirit has for you. We have The Sadness of Letting Go. Card number 2. I love all these little creatures they have. And it says, sometimes when we feel very alone, we have trouble letting go. But when we meet another, a companion who is like us, yet unlike us, their presence can help us open to new possibilities that show us who we could be. You are now freeing yourself from the old bonds and beliefs, from what you wanted to keep but could not. Whether or not this is right for you, and the soul says it is right for you, there is always sadness in letting go. It is a void, a loss, a recognition that one thing we once wanted could not work within the world that we are creating. In every release truly made, there will be mourning. Trust yourself most of all, but accept the help of those whose kindness and care are unmistakable. Friendship will reveal aspects of your own soul that you did not know existed. I like that for you. Definitely you are creating your own world right now, and it's okay to mourn. It's okay to feel those feelings, but realize that any relationships you had, whether it's family, friends, work, whatever it was, romance, that they were there um, for that perfect timing, for what you wanted to experience, making you who you are today and liking who you are today, and realizing that uh, as you let go, as individuals are ostracizing themselves from you, or you're ready to move on from people, that is for you, and it's creating space and openness for beautiful souls to come in who are more in alignment with who you're wanting to become rather than who you were when you were younger. So I do like that for you. So many blessings to you there, Rishi, and have an amazing night or day. And thank you for the congratulations. I am so blessed by how you guys have supported the channel and allowed it to grow. And it just continues to expand perfectly. So I love it. All right. VD Jalan, you are up next. And what is the energy of this weekend for you? Let's take a look. What is going to be happening this weekend for VD? All right. Would you like VD to know, please? Okay. Thank you. All right. So it does start off with a little bit of alone time, really stepping back behind the veil, going into your high priestess temple, looking behind the veil, connecting upward, diving deep into your emotions. A little bit of emotional reflection, which is, great because you really are able to leave behind some emotion or emotions that have been gnawing at you for a little while, but you are just ready to let them go. You've seen that they've served you and brought you what you wanted to know about yourself and experience, but now you're ready to head up this beautiful path, which takes you to the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So I feel like it starts off, the early part of the weekend starts off with some alone time and some great reflection that allows you to step into the weekend, which brings you the Princess of Discs, which is the Page of Pentacles. New opportunities opening up this weekend in the physical world. So, some getting together, some adventures. It just allows you to leave behind things that may have been limiting you before, and allows you to move forward in this too. The Page of Pentacles, she offers you also a new way of looking at your worth in relation to the outside world, which is what nudges you to go and do things you wouldn't have done before because you have less fears, less emotion that you have developed around things, a get together, a coffee, whatever it may be. But it's allowing yourself to go into places and have new experiences that you wouldn't have allowed yourself before out of fear. And now you're like, like, wow, I'm going to go have some fun. I'm going to go explore life and live a little. So I like that energy for you, VD. So it's a little bit of alone time, a little bit of release, and a whole lot of fun. So adventures await if you so choose. So I like that. That's what they have for you, VD. So many blessings to you. All right. You are welcome, Kritika. All right. And so Skyfalls, you are up next. And you'd like an angel reading. I actually have Angel Guide Oracle here. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. Look at this beautiful card. So your angels are talking about compassion here. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little better there, maybe. There it goes. Beautiful, beautiful card. Let's see what they offer here for you. Your angels are wrapping a light of compassion around you at this time and guiding you to let go of conflict or the need to prove your point. The more you resist and fight, the unhappier and more drained you will be. Ain't that truth? Pointing out mistakes or mishaps or concentrating on the negative traits or actions of others will only hold you back. So don't let the unjust actions of others block your experience of joy and freedom. Take time to review where in your life you may be feeling held back or even consumed by frustration and anger, and ask your angels to shine their light upon you and the situation. The extended message for the card is changing how you see yourself will help change how others see you. Angels are surrounding you at this time and encouraging you to see yourself through their loving and holy eyes. All of the ups and downs you've faced, all of the insecurities you've overcome, and all of the setbacks you've moved beyond are testament to your resilience and strength. So have compassion and respect for yourself. Angel Wisdom is encouraging you to love and treat yourself the way you would love to be loved and treated by others. Then your own actions will be mirrored back to you by those around you. So ask your angel guide to help you be more compassionate toward yourself now. I like it. Yes, definitely having so much gentleness and compassion for everything that you've been through and every step that you've taken, because when you look back, you have 100% success rate at overcoming every single thing that has happened in your life, because you wouldn't be watching right now if you didn't. So high five from your angels and a lot of compassion and love from them too. So I like that message for you, Skyfalls. So many, many blessings to you. You're very welcome, VD. All right. So, Eliza, you are the next free reading, and you want to know the situation of R to A and their thoughts and feelings for you, and his thoughts and feelings for you. All right. So, let's take a look here at the situation of R to A. Okay. Anything else on that? Just get a little more clarity on that. Okay. Okay. Just want one more clarifier, at least one more. Okay. So the situation of R to A. So we've got R to A. The King of Wands is someone that is very fiery, and I feel like this is, and I know we've kind of pulled cards on them before where it's very fiery, very, and I don't feel like it's passion as in drawing together. I feel like it's just been explosive. They it's just ends up blowing up each time. And so there is this um conflict constantly between them, very fiery, very explosive between them. And we have the moon card coming in here, which the phases of the moon that come in, and there's newness, new things planted, and with the new moon and then the full moon, things fall away. And I feel like they're in the full moon stage of they're falling away. Things just continue. It's the moon starts off very bright at a full moon, and it slowly gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer as the sun, the piece of the moon that's lit up gets smaller and smaller, smaller until it's black. And then a new moon starts, which, so I feel like they're in this fading, phasing away stage through those cards. Um, his thoughts and feelings for you, of course, the Empress is new beginning, new birth, sensuality, the newness of it all. But they also see you, and their thoughts and feelings for you, are the High Priestess, which is like you are someone who has stepped back, waiting, looking behind the veil, connecting upward, down. You're really trying to investigate and get into the secrets, the unknown. You're diving and probing into the unknown. Trust in your gut, trust your intuition. They see you as someone who, um, in that way. So it's very mysterious to them in ways as well. But they see this, like both of it, when the high priestess comes out of her temple, it very much appears this way because they're so connected to nature and so connected to themselves and their divine feminine side, very nurturing, mother nature, mother nurture. So they see you in this way as some place, a safe place to go to, but they also see you as this individual who is diving deep into themselves. And uh, I kind of feel like they know that they can't pull wool over your eyes because you know things, or you'll investigate things too. So I feel like that's what's going on there. And Spirit is kind of encouraging that high priestess stepping away, allow all the forest fires to between those two, the explosions. It's like keep your distance while everything's exploding and continuing to dim, and allow the phases of the moon to happen, and new birth will happen naturally, but they are encouraging you to go inward and upward and behind the veil, and connect deeper. So that's what they have for you right now, Eliza. So many blessings to you. You are very welcome, Skyfalls. Um, I feel like I don't actually, when you're asking here about does he know that you're waiting and know what happening to him? I don't think I think he's hoping he doesn't know, because he's so engaged in the explosions right now. He doesn't have a whole lot of other capacity and energy for that. So, Hamakshi, you are up next. So, will you become a surgeon in the future? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It's free to do, and it seems like a small thing, but the YouTube algorithm loves them. and it does help spread the love tsunami. So thank you for being a part of that. So will you become a surgeon in the future? Okay. All right. I feel like you're going to take a different route, Himakshi, because you've got. I'm gonna take all these. You have 6 cards. You've got the Tower, which is endings and new beginnings. You've got the Death card, which is endings and new beginnings. You've got the World card, which is endings, leaving like behind old ways, old cycles, and the Fool card, which is this is the last card of the major arcana, card number 21, and then it starts over with the Fool card on a new journey. So I feel like there's going to be some changes that happen here that remove some things out of your life for you to allow this rebirth and for allow you to go into a whole different type of approach to your life. And it's for you, though. It's not happening to you. There's just a huge, I mean, these are 4 major arcana, which the major arcana over the suits are about significant changes in our life. So I really feel like with all of those, I was like, when I saw the Tower, I'm like, okay, maybe things are not going to go exactly in that direction. And then boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, okay. So, so there's going to be some change coming up. And it's okay. You can mourn the loss. If this was a dream that you thought you had, you can mourn it. You can, allow yourself to feel the loss of a dream that maybe someone else gave to you and it's not really truly your dream because you do have the 2 of cups back here, which then allows you to see the power of choice that you have, that you're like, you know what, it's okay. Knowing that everything is not happening to you, this is what we feel when we feel like life is happening to us, but then we step into the power of emotional choice and we realize that, I get to choose how I feel going through any situation in my life. So it really, there's this empowerment that comes through this switch and this change because we're like, oh, I've been telling everyone or everyone in my entire life is you're going to be a surgeon. You're going to be a surgeon. And you're like, all right, I'm going to be a surgeon. And you took on their dream for you, but it's not your true heart's desire. Because you also have the 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords represents peace of mind. So I feel like you will end up having peace of mind around the situation, because usually they show someone sleeping on the Ace of Swords, and the 3 swords are on the wall, which is all those expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets we had growing up. Again, those fears of losing people's conditional love, disappointing people, feeling heartbroken, whatever it may be. All of these opinions that we grew up with, when we connect higher, getting our higher spiritual wisdom, our high heart passion for life, we understand what it is we truly want to do, what makes our heart sing, how do we uniquely want to share that unconditional love in our heart with the world. And then that allows you to cut away these limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, these fears you had, and allows you to take this change in direction. So I feel like that it's not that you couldn't be a surgeon. You could totally be one, but I feel like whatever this change is happening, that it's your higher self going nudging you in a direction that's more in alignment with why you came here, what you wanted to experience here. So that's what they have for you, Himakshi. So just remember it happens for you. It's not happening to you. So I like it. So many blessings to you. All right. You are welcome, Renee. All right. You're very welcome, Himakshi. All right. So, Holly, you are the next free reading that is up. Should you trust your own daily predictions. You know a bit of Chinese astrology. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we have the lunar year coming up, right? Or the is that they call it the lunar year? But yeah, so let's take a look here. So are your predictions accurate, right? All right. Yep, you've got the Hanged Man here, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective, enlightenment. I feel like with this card coming in here, that this definitely is that you are connected and seeing things in a clear way. Here, you've got all of the, in fact, there's um, a lot of animals up there in the tree, which I feel represent all the animals of Chinese astrology, which I never noticed before in this card. And you have the Ace of Cups too, which I feel like if your predictions are about love, I feel like you're very in tune with that. So if it was specific about that, definitely they are confirming that. But this also represents a new heightened, a new connection, like life overflowing, emotions overflowing with your predictions, with your awareness of things. I feel like you just connect so well with your own intuition in connection with your Chinese astrology too, because of course there's a lot of there's so much that goes into all astrology, right? It can sometimes something can mean 10 different things, but your intuition is on point because that cups is our emotions, and our emotions is how we connect to up above too. So Holly, I really like that for you. Definitely enlightened and connected with those. So I'm excited to see what you do with that. Maybe you'll turn that into a profession to help others. Maybe. So that is what they have for you, Holly. So thank you so much. Many blessings to you. All right, Brenda. Will a healing profession help you out financially? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. Okay. So, what I'm feeling here from Spirit is they're saying, um, you do have the Princess of Cups here. I'm sorry, the discs, which is abundance and new opportunities and new finances coming in for you. So I feel like they're saying yes eventually, because this Hermit card is having this inner journey. They're still pulling you inward to really look with this Two of Swords. The Two of Swords energy, what I'm feeling with this inner journey that they're taking you through, is being able to separate mind from the heart connection. The mind is going to be the ones that we have those small t truths, right? These fears that drag us into noise. And when we're dragged into the chaotic noise of fear, that is when it's difficult for us to hear from up above. Um, which we all experience as we expand our spiritual gifts. It's because we start off in a very noisy place and we eventually make our way to the door and step out of the noisy place into silence and quietness where we can hear so distinctly Spirit. We turn down our fear noise and turn up our vibration. We get more and more of the lower fear vibrations out of our life, which kind of pulls down our vibration. But the more we release a lot of that lower fear vibration and we focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and gratitude, that is what pulls us up to be really clearly in tune with the higher realms. And so I feel like with the healing profession, that the healing piece of it, um, the more the fear energies that we move out, the more of our healing energies come in our healing intuition, our all of that just aligns more and more. And so it's like there's this still this journey here of inward and closing our eyes and closing our mind and open our hearts more and more and more is what leads you to this here, because you also have the Ace of Cups, which is about you filling up with the unconditional love from above. You become the chalice. You allow that love from source to come down and fill you up and overflows out. Until we're full ourselves, we're not able to give to others um, in this beautiful overflowing way. Because if we give to others before we're full, what we're doing is we're exhausting ourselves. We are sacrificing our own health and our path, because we're a barrel where we're plugging people in where they're sucking our life force out, rather than we're full and overflowing. And so there you're pulling out these all this energy that you're giving other people, um, with conditional love, which is what we all start off with, and you're becoming more the chalice where you're going to fill up and overflow. So I definitely see that it will eventually help you out financially, but it's still there having you do your own inner healing in the meantime. So that's what they have for you, Vrinda. So I like that. Many, many blessings. All right. So next up for the next free reading is Monica, and you'd like a general reading. Absolutely. Oop, sorry, that was loud. Sorry about that. All right. So Monica, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Monica Sayoni, maybe? Kayoni? Almost looks like Cayenne Papa, but it's probably pronounced very differently than I'm even saying. So my apologies. We'll call you Monica. All right. So let's see what they have for you here. Wow. So you do have a rebirth coming here, because here's the death and rebirth card, and you have the new birth card coming in with the Empress. So you definitely have a significant change that's coming in here with two major arcana coming in here. But it does lead you to the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Discs, which isn't about an outside world feeling abundant and overflowing, both in love and, um, relationship and money and possession. It just feels very, very full life that is results from this rebirth that is coming in. You do have the journey there involves the Prince of Swords, which would be the Knight of Swords in the Standard Tarot. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, and that's where the big change is coming from, because they're in pursuit of this Ace of Swords, which connects you to the capital T Taurus of the higher realm, which allows you to see and cut away the small T Taurus, those that are rooted in fears of losing conditional love, and it allows you to cut away a lot of those, and all those beliefs have to do with relationship and wealth. What does wealth mean? What does a relationship mean? What does family mean? What does a whole life, a full life, what does that mean? And so you're really cutting away a lot of restrictions and thoughts and beliefs around them that allow more leeway and more grace from spirit to do things and bring things to you in their unique way, rather than are supposed to. We can get, and every human child is inundated our entire lives with all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, where our life becomes so like this is how things have to have happen in order for us to be lovable and acceptable, and to meet all the conditions of I can be happy when, and but there's this beautiful unfolding of this that's coming. So I really like that. But that's what they have for you right now, Monica. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue going down the list here. And we've got Melissa. You want to know what psychic abilities do you currently have that you can use to help others? All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. They'll probably focus in on one. Anything else about this? Okay. So I really feel with the Six of Cups is the nostalgia, kind of the memory, people of the past. And I kind of feel like there's this combo in here. One, it allows you to I kind of feel like this is past life kind of um, connection where you're able to really understand both in this life, like um, you can really pick up people's emotions and you understand why they're feeling the way they are based on the life they've had here, but you also can go even deeper and connect to past lives and understand what of their from their past lives is also influencing their choices and their lessons. Karma, they want to clarify, isn't a punishment of, well, you were an abusive spouse in your past life, so now you have to be an abused spouse in this life. That's not the way karma really works. Spirit, anyway, told me that we're very curious explorers. That, like, if I was a indentured servant or a slave in a past life, I um, want to experience what it feels like to be a boss, be someone in charge, or witness it from a third party, see it from all different points of view. Same as if you were a slave owner, you would want to experience what it was it like to be indentured or a slave, or feeling like you're a slave, like a corporate slave, whatever it might be, seeing the different viewpoints um, of a situation, not out of punishment, but out of curiosity, because we're explorers, we're scientists, we want to know more, we want to do that. And I feel like this is what one of the gifts that you have is to be able to understand what they wanted to learn and what they've experienced in the past to help them understand those viewpoints. Also, along with that, you allow them to see their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets that are stealing from them in this lifetime. Some of the fears, some of the experiences that they've had. I feel like this is more in this lifetime, though. It allows you have a great intuition and an ability to dive deeper. Humans are like a cup or a funnel. Most of us, all of us will feel the gut instinct on top of the funnel or the cup, right? We get the little like, ooh, I don't know, they're giving me the ooh, EGGBBs, and I don't want to be near that. Or like, wow, I just really just I'm attracted to this person. They have great energy. But um, those that have chosen to have it part of their soul mission here to help others transform emotions and cleanse and move things out of their life, are able to go down deeper into that funnel and pick up on more knowledge, more specifics. And I feel like that's what you are developing more and more and more, where you'll be able just to know things to help others, not to rat them out and blackmail them, but as you said, to help them. So I like that for you, Melissa. And you have more, but that's what they want you to know about today. All right. So many blessings to you. You are welcome. All right. So Zarissa Goal, you are up next, and you want to know, how do people see you? What a great question. I get that question pretty often because we all want to know, how people perceive us. But the big aha that came in my life was when Spirit was like, "You're a mirror, Bretta Zen, you're a mirror. You can't help what people see. Everyone's going to see something different because they're seeing themselves in us, right?" And so it's interesting when we're asking how people see us. It's really flipping the question, and how do I see other people, because that's going to tell me about how I feel about me, because what I see in other people, what I recognize in other people, is because I recognize it within myself. And that's what I feel is coming in with these two cards here, because you've got the Six of Swords, which is about you changing the way you think and perceive things. You're moving away from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And you're realizing here with the Two of Wands that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. How you see your world is not how it is, but how you are. That's it's one way, I forget who says it, but we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. It's all a mirror for us. So if I'm in a really great mood and I'm full of love, I see the world as a very loving place. If I wake up on a bad mood and I'm cranky, I see why is everyone being so cranky today? Well, because this person's being cranky, and that's what I see. Or if I'm like, um, why is everyone being so judgmental? People are so judgmental. Can you believe how judgmental everyone is? Oh, I'm being judgmental of their judgmentalness. Or I'm really sad about sad people. Seeing so many sad people just makes me sad. And it won't, because I'm feeling sad. I'm seeing sadness everywhere. And so there's this transformation that happens here. And we move from realizing that when we're looking outside of ourselves for people's validation or their opinions of us, I call it retail price. That's the value that other people are putting on us, or that we think that they're putting on us, when really self-worth comes from self, inward and upward. When we define ourselves by people's opinions and actions in the outside world, we feel unstable. Our worth feels unstable because we're told to define it by relationships, by situations, by things, and all of that's unstable. People change, they pass away, they walk away. Situations like jobs and education and everything in the outside world, constantly changing. Nothing ever stays the same. And things, our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions, all of that is temporary. It burns down, it blows up, it's stolen, it deteriorates, breaks down. All of that we're told to define ourselves by, unstable, shaky, up and down, all over the place. But eventually we become disappointed or bored enough with the outside world and all that instability that we turn inward and upward. And that's where we find that which is stable. The only thing that is stable, the eternal, unconditional love of Source, Mother and Father, Creator, whatever you believe your higher power is. It's eternal, which means it never ends. It's unconditional, which means nothing we can do to lose it, nothing we have to do to gain it. It's just ours. And so there's this transformation that happens where we realize whatever people are seeing when they look at me is about them, not about me. But flipping it, whatever I see in other people is about me too. Like that person's such a jerk. Well, how are my thoughts about them or my thoughts about myself? Pretty jerky, you know? And then I'm like, oh, okay. Like, an example I give is when I was really hurt by um, like probably three out of my five long-term relationships that they cheated on me. They went outside the relationship per our agreement. They broke that agreement. And post reflection, spirit, when I was doing my shadow work, which is like a continual beautiful thing we do, realized spirit asked, what did you learn from that? And I go, that people are can't um keep agreements. They're betrayers. And they're like, okay, well, if they're a mirror, what did you learn about yourself through that? How did you betray? I'm like, I was faithful to them. I never betrayed them. And they were like, how did you betray yourself? And I'm like, what? And you really learn that, oh, I was looking for my worth out there. So myself is the one who defines my self-worth, but I was cheating on myself with these other people because I was using them to define me, their actions to define me, their words, whatever it may be. I was using that, and so I was betraying myself by looking at there. So that's the kind of mirroring that can happen there. And wow, we went really deep into that, and that evidently was for more than just you and me, Zarissa, but that's what spirit wants you to know around that. People see you in as many different ways as the people that are seeing you, because they're all going to see you differently because they see themselves. So that is what they have. Many blessings to you. I know. It's like, I didn't know I was going to go into all of this story. All right. We do have some donations, so thank you guys so much. So I will step out momentarily and we will look into these donations here. So Lakia Cooley, thank you so much. And I believe you asked up above here. Yep, here you are. So let's take a look here. You want to know, did Darius? Oh, okay. At 11:55, it just when you went to the 7-Eleven store, you saw him, but he didn't see you. Why hasn't he contacted you? All right, so let's take a look here. And let's just get this whole situation with Darius here. What is going on with Darius and you? What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, that was a lot of cards. Sorry. Let me just get those back in here. So I just need one more clarifier here. Or three. Okay. So there are a lot of you have some great questions here. Um so as far as let's zero in on the interest first, because that is what of course you want to know, right? That's at the root of all of this is, how does he feel about me? Did he lose interest, or what's happening there? Well, I really feel here, with this Princess of Cups here, Page of Cups is about new love, new emotion. And so I do feel like they have this new interest that's there. I mean, that is, what's popping up here. There's, and I'm just going to start from the beginning here. So you've got the Judgment card, which is your higher self and your human self. You've got the Temperance card, which is the balancing of life and things, and this Justice card, which is all about balancing as well. This can be patience, but there's it's like your higher self is taking you into this place. They're having you um, being distanced from, um, I would say, romance in general, Darius for sure, but romance as well, because it's like your higher self is calling you into this space to really look at some things because they want some freedom for you. Because you've got the Nine of Swords, and this is what I feel is at the core of why they're having you step away. Because swords are your thoughts, your obviously your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations, and this would be the insomnia card, the nightmare card. So many fears of losing a conditional love. It's the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the must, all this that they're having you look out into the outside world, all the stuff you feel has to happen in order for you to feel lovable, in order for you to feel like you're worthy of love, worthy of happiness, worthy of anything. All these restrictions and thoughts. But I love that you also have the King of Swords, who is the master, rules over the mind and the thoughts, and they have the Ace of Swords here. And part of what's happening here, because the Justice card too, they stand on the Ace of Swords here. Your higher self is having things happen and having things rattle your cage to help balance out these fears, allowing you to see things from a higher perspective, allowing you to see and connect to these beliefs around unconditional love, which shows you your pricelessness, shows you your worth, because all of these things in the outside world, all those small t truths, are always going to be disappointing and pulling you back down into this place of feeling small and unworthy and in fear of, why are they doing this? I saw them, they didn't see me. Are they, with other people? We're taught to define ourselves by these people's actions, and they really don't. And so you're able to see things from a higher perspective and realize other people's actions are about where they're at in their own um, you know situations and fears in life and all of that. So you are learning to step into your power here, because this is you with your Ace of Wands, your connection to the higher world. You hold the power. Whatever you focus on with this Two of Wands, whatever you focus on is what grows and expands in your life. And so all of this that you're going through is allowing you to cut away more of these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets around other people's actions around you. And you're getting your power back. You're realizing that all of their stuff that they're doing has nothing to do with you. It's just a mirror pointing you back to you to see what you want to see about yourself. And then you step into your power and you realize whatever you focus on in each moment is what grows and expands. And so when you focus on what is missing in your life, or what you fear will come into your life, or what you have in your life that you don't want, when you focus on it, that's what grows and that's what expands. And when you change your energy and focus on what you're grateful for, and for the things you do want, unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and those beautiful things, that grows instead. Neither is wrong, neither is right, just they feel differently. When we have fear, we feel constricted and small, and we get to feel all those emotions related to fear, like betrayal and mistrust and resentment and heartbreak, and just what we come here to experience. But where unconditional love expands and it grows and it's bright and all those other emotions. So did Darius go to a girl's house? Yes. Um, um, and then why hasn't he contacted you? He has this new interest. Um, and it's not that he lost interest in you. He just has more interest in the new. It doesn't mean that he won't dial you up for a booty call. I don't know what they're saying that, but you know, um, their interests lie in a variety of things in the outside world. And what he thinks of you is just, as like I said, he only thinks of himself, quite honestly, is what I feel. But all of that is to show you how you feel about you. It's all a mirror. All the stuff that he's doing has nothing to do with you specifically. It's not personal. They're just like a kid in a candy store. They can't help themselves. But what you get to learn is about what you get to learn about yourself through the situation there. I know that's raw, and I know that how it feels. Been there, been there, been there. But just know that what you're being reflected back to you is for you, and it will transform things for you. So that's what they have for you, Lakia. So many blessings for you. Hang in there. All right, Alex. And Lakia, thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, Alex, so you'd like a general reading. Let's see what they have for you, and thank you for your donation. And then Patty and Jaded Kate, you'll be up next here. Real quick, well, I'm at the top, a little bit past the top of the first hour. For anyone that's new to the channel, I do keep these to 2 hours, and as you have seen, I will go in order for the free readings from first come, first serve. But if someone does make a donation, I step out of the line, complete those to honor that energy exchange, and then I go back in once I've completed those and move down the list. I do try to complete as many free readings as I can in each session. I am on every night, Wednesday through Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain. And then also, I obviously here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. I'm going to try some, what I'm going to call lightning rounds this weekend, too, where I pop on for an hour and do one card readings. Boom, 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 and get through as many as I can within the hour. No donations, just strictly fast. So we're going to see how those go. So, all right. So that's the public service message. Back to the reading. So Alex, general reading. Thank you for your patience as I did all that. All right. All right. So I like that these came out together because the Three of Swords, I mean, look how they really, really go super strong on this interpretation. But this is the Three of Swords is what I call the expectations equal disappointment card. And it's like when we feel heartbreak and disappointment because things that we were told or things that we wanted to have happen don't absolutely turn out the way we want. And I like that these two come out is because I feel like this disappointment was a recent one in the past, or recent as like between 1 and 3 months, where whatever this was that didn't quite turn out or isn't turning out the way that you want, that it's okay. This is you making a choice to go a different direction than you were going before. After this disappointment, you're like, you know what? I am going to take charge of my energy. Where I'm investing it and where it's headed. And I like that. And I feel like it's about love because you did get the Lover's card. So I feel like this was a disappointment in regards to love. And with whatever new direction you're taking, it is new opportunities are arising out of this changing of direction. And the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Discs is also about through this process, you've really learned to look at your value on how you relate it to the outside world in a really different way as well. And that's what brings in this new love that is different than you've had in the past. And I do like that. Let me see anything else. All right. Of course. And then we get the temperance card, which is like, oh, so when is it going to happen? Well, it's going to take some time to unfold. As always, I know, right? No, why'd you pull more cards? I know. But this is about that is just going to take time for it to unfold. It's the patience. The tempering is the going back and forth between the two cups of love. It's taking time for you, or they're allowing time for you to raise your vibration of love, which this Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Discs, is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, looking at this Ace of Cups. I'm sorry, Ace of Pentacles, that you're taking time to um, look into your thoughts and your beliefs about yourself and your worth. And this nurturing, this focus is what allows it to increase. And so the time frame it's taking, as we say on this channel, when things are slowly unfolding, what do? We work on our self-love, because that is what raises our vibration to a higher love, brings us in more of a love that we're wanting for the future, not doing what we have always done and getting what we always got, right? So that's what is coming in there. Hey, Ashwarya, I do see your question. You've posted it 3 times, and I know YouTube, sometimes it doesn't show up, but I do see it, so you can stop posting there, because I know otherwise it'll spam the page. So I like to let people know that when I see that. So I like that for you, Alex. So you are focusing on your self-love, and it's going to be drawing in and magnetizing you to bring someone in. So I like it, and you are very welcome. Thank you again for your donation. All right, Patty, you are up next. And you want to know, has the Gemini gone back to her? And is it for the kids, money or love, or what, right? Okay, let's take a look here. Has the Gemini gone back? All right. So with the Three of Cups, for me, whenever we're talking about a relationship and we're specifically asking about, interactions, and are they going back to other people, or is there someone else? Three of Cups shows me 3 people involved. And for me, this is like they are juggling between 2 people. And and so let's look at the going back here. And let's take a look here. So we've got the Tower card, which is things being removed out of our lives and into our lives on purpose, for a purpose. And we have the Prince of Swords here, which the Prince of Swords is the Knight of Swords, which is kind of like new communication, new things coming in. So I feel like not so much that they've gone back. I just almost feel like they're just undecided about what to do, because there's been this stuff that has, come in here. And the Ace of Wands here too is new passion, new drive, new fire. So I almost feel like with all of this that they have here, there's just a lot of trying to figure out things too, with all of this. Because the Six of Swords too is movement of thought and belief and mindset. And so I feel like they're just in this big influx. Like whatever's been happening in their life, I feel like this is just things are being blown up around them, just like they've got, which is understandable in this type of situation you're talking about with, you know, they've got children and they've got old emotions, they've got new emotions, they've got all this stuff that's happening, with all of that. So, there's this, um, I just feel so much uncertainty in their life. I feel a lot of confusion. And that's why it's like it's almost difficult for me to talk about it because I just feel drawn in so many different areas. I feel like I'm in a tornado doing somersaults all over the place, and my emotions all over the place, my thoughts all are over the place. My physical life is all over the place, and I feel like we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is them just trying to figure out, trying to get their life in order. And I almost feel like they're withdrawing back in kind of a hermit mode in ways to, just really see what what they want to do. I feel like they're torn in a billion different directions. So I don't feel like they've gone back. I feel like kids, are impacting them. Money is impacting them all over the place because they've got like, got to pay for me, got to pay for them, got to pay for this, blah, 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 blah. Love, I feel like old emotions, and new emotions, but I feel like it's not, they didn't go, like they're not wanting to go back out of for love. They're just trying to figure out everything, and they're trying to fit all the pieces together on how they can make their life work with everything they have that they're fearing and all their responsibilities. So I just feel like it's a mess. Like that tower, their tower's on fire and they're still living in the tower that's on fire, and they're just trying to deal with the smoke and the flames, and all of that. So um yeah, mess. So that's what I'm getting with all the cards, Patty. Just it's a firestorm. So proceed with caution so you are not burned by all the flames around them. A lot of drama. So that is what they have for you, Patty. Again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So, Jaded Kate, you are the next one up. You are very welcome, Patty. And thank you for your donation. Any advice from your spirit guide? Has energy shifted from energetic and in your face towards intellect? So, well, I don't know. They're just getting ready to surprise you. They're going to take you off guard, right? Let's take a look here. I do have an angel guide oracle. So let's take a look here and see what they have for you here. Oop. So they gave you the power and intention card. Beautiful card there. I don't know why that looks like a turkey, like a turkey feathers back there. That's what he is. He's a turkey, that's for sure. uh, so when you align your intentions with the highest good and act with love and consideration, your power is intensified. And when this card comes up, your angel guides are drawing close to remind you of this. Yeah, exactly. Gobble, gobble, gobble. You have the capacity to be a leader and guide at this time, and you're being encouraged to align with love and the highest good so that you act from the heart. Often, when power arises within, we can find our ego gets louder, and this is because it wants us to be limited and to question or even stifle our growth. So don't let it hold you back now. Call in your guide and invite them to help you listen closely to the voice of your soul so that you can move forward powerfully and effectively in a loving way. And the extended message here is that angels are encouraging you to reconnect with your initial ideas and intentions for whatever you're thinking about at this time, or even for your entire life. Often we have an initial intention, and then over time, our ideas change. The universe is still responding to our initial intentions, though, because we have let them go. And when we let go, we let God. So if you're confused about how to move forward at this time, you need to recognize that you are a powerful being with influence and potential. Have a clear conversation with the Creator and your angel guides and your intentions, and recognize that what is unfolding at this time has the power to allow you to live your life from a space of pure potentiality. So I really feel like what they're talking about here, definitely they're having you turn introspective, that they want you to communicate with them. Take a step back, have a good, like, have a staff meeting with the creator and your guides and all of your spiritual posse support team, and just really understand what it is that you're wanting to focus your energy on and why. Was reading started to read another book. I know it's dangerous when I start to read, but it's like, what do you want something for? So when you're looking at, like, if it's like, I want to have a relationship, what do I want a relationship for? Why do I want one? Well, because I want to feel love. Why do I want to feel love for? Well, and we get to the understanding and getting to the roots of what we are wanting. So um, I feel like that's the introspection that they're wanting you to do. So that is what advice they have for you, is that they want you to really connect and really get to the root of those things. Yeah. And you do have the Six of Wands, which is them recognizing the work that you've been doing, and the Four of Cups is really, the three cups here before are the old love, the old things we've searched for in the outside world, relationships, situations, and things that have made us feel empty, but they're wanting you to understand the passion that you have. What do you feel is going to bring you this wholeness and this completeness? I like that. You peeking through the veil. What do I really want? This is like you looking into the dream of what does wish fulfillment feel like for you. So I like that coming in here. Here's the turkey again, but that's what I feel that they have for you, Jaded Kate, is that they want you to really dig into there and ask the questions of the what for? What do I want this for? What do I want that for? What do I want that for? It's like really getting in to the core of the whys and the passion that you have for your life. So that is what they have, Jaded Kate. And thank you again so much for your donation. And I'm excited to see what you find when you dig deep into that emotional well. No bodies in there. All right. So many blessings and gobble gobble to you. All right. And I do have one more donation. Hey, Lakia, thank you so much. I know, And Lakia, so you want to know, will he tell you the truth? Why didn't he call you back? Does she live in the same town as me? Does she know about you? Why is he interested in this guy? Okay. So will he tell you the truth? Okay. So, will he tell you the truth? Why didn't he call you back? So he didn't call you back because the 5 of Wands here represents conflicting energy. Um, he doesn't like conflict, avoiding conflict, right? Make love, not war, is kind of what I I feel he's saying here. He doesn't want to face the wrath. He just wants to have his cake and eat it too. And it's just he's focused on his own protection, his own needs. Um, will he tell you the truth? No. He's unless he absolutely has to face something, he will avoid. He's very avoiding here. So I feel like that's what they're wanting to know with that there. Um, all of this that's going on, it's like spirit is reiterating why this is happening is the hermit is you being pulled back, like we talked about, to connect with spirit so that you can dig deep into these. Here's the King of Swords popping up here again. And the King of Swords is about you really looking into your own thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos. Like, you think that they're supposed to tell you the truth, that they're supposed to call you back, that this person, is supposed to know about you, that they're not supposed to have interest in someone else. We have all these rules that bring up all those fears that are rattling us, and we're just so trying to control everything in the outside world that is totally outside of our control. Spirit is pointing you back to your inner self to reflect on what does all of this bring and show you about what you've wanted to see about yourself. Again, you have the sun coming in and the magician, which the sun talks about Leo energy. It's about you connecting with your child self, even understanding where all these fears originated from and getting your power back, realizing you're the one that controls everything. The only thing within your control, though, is your own emotional choices and your own stories that you apply. And that's what the thoughts are, the stories that we choose to put around a situation. And I know we're all taught when this happens, we're supposed to be angry, devastated, plot revenge, call on the carpet, and do all this types of stuff like that. So that's what spirit is pointing you back to all these fears. All the questions you're asking are about your own fears. And so that's what spirit is trying to get your attention to take deep breaths, take a step back, and go, why am I choosing to put this story about me around their actions? Why am I choosing to feel this way around their actions? And let's take a look here. um no, they don't. People don't try to make us mad intentionally. um you know People, all of us, we are given all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets around supposed to, should, need to, have to, must in our life. And we all try to live our lives to try to live up to all these things because we feel like in order for us to be lovable, we try to make all that stuff happen. Well, when we're told this person is supposed to make me happy, which this is from their point of view to you and to everyone else they dated in the past, everyone they will in the future, is they're supposed to make me happy. But if I'm unhappy on the inside, no one is going to make me happy. And I will continue to go from person to person to person out of desperation, trying to find happiness. And so their actions is I wasn't feeling happy and full with this person, which all the ones before you even. And so they're like, okay, this one will. No, they won't. They'll end up with another one and another one and another one until they find happiness inside of themselves. And so they won't do things to feel low about themselves, which, they won't tell the truth if it's going to make them feel bad about themselves because they already feel low about themselves and unhappy, and they're trying to pursue happiness. They're not doing anything intentionally towards you. What we do when our little child inside of us feels unsafe or out of control, we leave our human mind, we leave this place of intelligence, this place of compassion and loving and giving of who we really are. We leave that and we turn into cats. We hiss, we attack, we hiss, and we run away, or we hiss and we attack and run away. Our inner little child self, it's like a 2-year-old, goes in charge, which does whatever it feels it's thinks it needs to do to feel safe and in control again. Which, so they're not going to be telling the truth, call people back when they feel like they're going to be busted and they can sense, oh, there's danger here. I'm not going to do that, you know. And so, all of this is not intentional towards you. They're just in survival mode. They're in panic mode. Like when you swim out to rescue someone who's drowning, their arms are flying around, they smack people, they see you, they grab onto you and pull you underwater with them, not because they're trying to abuse you, not because they're trying to drown you. They're in fear, they're panicking, and they do all these things because they fear. And so, not calling back, having, pursuing multiple relationships, whatever it may be, they are trying to find their love and their happiness and safety and control outside, but they're not going to find it because all of us are taught to look at those things. That's where, you received this card popped up again, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. We're taught to find all our love and everything in the outside world, but it's all unstable. People change, people go into fear, people walk away, people pass away, everything out there is unstable, and it's all designed to turn you back into here, inward and upward, to find stability. And then your whole view of the outside world will change. So everything that they're doing is not personal against you. It's just out of their survival instinct. They're just trying to find safety. They're trying to find control, which they're not going to find out there. So all this is happening for you as a mirror to turn you inward, though. All these things are turning you inward so you can be free from this cage of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be in the outside world. So that's what they have for you, Lakia. I know it's a rough situation, but it will continue to happen for us because I know I went through dozens of heartaches and heartbreaks going, why can't people be the way I want them to be? And it was because I wasn't being who I wanted to be, truly, and that was to be free from all those expectations. So thank you again so much for your donation, Lakia. Hang in there. Sending you lots of love and blessings. I know it's a rough situation. All right. So that is all the donations, I believe. And we will continue back with the free readings. And we had left off with Neha, Neha. All right. So your ex's birthday is coming. Should you wish him a happy birthday or not? So what's for your highest experience? All right. So what I'm getting from this is that recognizing them, this is the recognition card, recognizing their birthday without any expectations, though. The justice card is about um, seeing things from a higher perspective and not doing it because out of fear. If you're doing it out of unconditional love for them with no expectations attached, then do it. If there's expectations attached, you will be disappointed because they're you're going to get like a thank you, and you're like, "Oh, that's it? I wanted them to, like, be impressed that I still wish them a happy birthday even though we're not together," and, you know, whatever might be attached to it. So if there's attachments to it, just be prepared for disappointment. Um, but if you're gonna do it just because you do care about them and you just wanna wish them a happy birthday and you don't care if they respond back or how they respond back, then enjoy the expression of love. Um, but otherwise, just get ready for a learning experience. So, that's what they have for you, Nia, so many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list here. All right. And the next free reading is for Harsita Oha. Oja? Oa? Okay, I'm murdering that. So anyway, Harsita, you like a general reading around what is upcoming here for you? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. And I'm going to be on for about 20 more minutes or so. So if you do want to make sure that I get to your reading in this session, a donation does ensure that I will always complete all those to honor the energy exchange. There's a long list of free readings, so I may not get down to, um, the bottom of it. I can pretty much guarantee I haven't been able to get down to the bottom of the readings, the free readings, for quite some time. Once in the last, I think, 3 months. It was a fluke. It was a slow night in the world, I think. But let's take a look here. So, general reading here, Rosita, and I'll talk more about other options here in just a moment as well. So, you do have two queens coming up here. So, you've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Now, Queen of Wands rolls over fire, and the Queen of Cups rolls over water, but both of them are given, all queens are given a second portion of water. So you've got double water and then fire and water. Both of them have this connection to the spirit world. So right now, there is this strong indication that spirit is sending you a lot of messages, loved ones on the other side, ancestors, all these beings of unconditional love and light are sending you a lot of messages. And you have a great capacity here to really pick up on it and understand what those messages are. I feel like with the Six of Cups, there it is about people from your past that are trying to communicate with you. So, loved ones who have already gone to the other side, or ancestors, if you have had no one that has gone to the other side. But it definitely is past individuals that are trying to bring you messages and trying to show you some amazing things about your life. Because you have the Eight of Swords, which the Eight of Swords shows you what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations have been making you feel blinded and bound and trapped, like you can't move past things. And they're bringing you messages, bringing you communication to help free you from some past beliefs about yourself, limiting beliefs around love, around education or business or whatever it might be, whatever you feel you've had blocks around where you just can't move beyond it. It is spirit, it is your posse on the other side, your loved ones, bringing you some clarity around what it is that is holding you back. And it does go below the surface. You're not conscious of it. I feel like there's a lot of subconscious things from the past that are bubbling down in there, because the Six of Cups also represents transforming old ways of feeling about a memory from one of pain to one and transforming it from something that happened to you to something that happened for you, and to see how you can transform these old memories and really release yourself and free yourself to move forward with more freedom. So, um, let me see here if they'll talk here. Mm, Well, it is about balancing your outside world. So, there is a lot of mirroring that's going on. So, how spirit is speaking to you, they are bringing individuals into your life that are mirroring things to you that you maybe being triggered by. And you're like, why is this happening over and over to me? And it's because it is this mirror, to free you, and that's how they're communicating it with you mainly. Always a ton of different ways, but they are definitely bringing this right to your face. So you're going to be seeing it a lot in the outside world through the reflections you're seeing in people. But it is designed to set you free. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you, Harsita. All right. So self love, you are the next free reading that is up here. And what should you do to live a happy and peaceful life? So, what advice does Spirit have for you on how you can live a happy and peaceful life? Hmm. Well, here is the celebration card, and the Nine of Discs. So, this together, the Nine of Discs, the Nine of Pentacles, is about finding your wholeness and your completeness from within, not from the outside world. You'll see there's like a little, um, flying, I think it's a butterfly, which the Three of Cups and the butterfly represent for you the spirit world, your posse of support, all of your guardian angels and spirit guides, really, because you're not alone in this garden. You're not alone in this journey of finding your wholeness from within. So, live a happy and peaceful life. When we look to the outside world for our worth and our solidity, we feel unstable. We do not have happiness. We do not have peace. But turning inward and upward and finding the love from above, that which is eternal, that which is unconditional, is where we find happiness and peace. So, self love, it's all about self love, turning inward and upward. And we realize that all these expectations, all these stories we've been told about opinions from the past of what's supposed to make us feel happy and bring us peace, it don't. We talk about relationships, situations, things, people change, pass away, walk away, situations, job, education never stay the same. Things break down, deteriorate, and so when we look out there for it, we just don't have that peace. We don't have that stability, and that happiness and the peace. So we find that inward and upward where we find freedom, with all of that. Excuse me. I haven't been drinking much. Okay. So that's the main thing. They're just pointing you inward and upward. It's like, okay. So that is their little mini message for you right now, self love. So many blessings for you. All right. The next free reading is Latoya Bryant. Everything is well. I hope everything is well with you. And you want to know, what does your ex Noel feel about you? All right. You are brave to ask. I'm just kidding. All right. So, with the strength card coming in here, this is really about them being focused on themselves. They're focused on their inner strength, looking inward here. I also they have the Prince of Cups, which would be the Knight of Cups. they've had emotional movement in their life, and I feel like they're more focused. I almost feel like they're Leo fire energy here, or this is the Leo card, Leo energy, which can be fire, but I feel like they're all about forward, 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 forward movement. And with this Emperor here, which is Aries fire energy, all of this is showing me that they move like a forest fire. I always say they move forward, they consume, and they know that they can't. A fire can't go backward because it's already burnt up all the fuel, right? It's already burnt the grass or the trees or whatever. There's nothing for it to go back to. It can only move forward, and that's the way they feel. Is I can just move forward, 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 forward. So I don't feel like they look back and they just look for the next adventure. They look for the next love. Look for the next distraction. Because we have the Nine of Wands here, which is all about, again, more fire. That whatever they felt was blocking them before, they do it whatever they can to get through the block to move on to the next fiery thing that's going on there. So, um, Latoya, I feel like not that they're a narcissist, but they are very much a um, self-consumed individual that with all that fire, they just move forward. So if they feel anything, it's about how did that make me feel? They don't go like, "Oh, I wonder what's going on with them," or they were this and they were that and da 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 da. They're just about like, okay, whatever helps them move forward is what they focus on. So I know, Latoya. I'm glad that you escaped that forest fire and that you get to move into something more in alignment with who you are, something more that you deserve. So I like that for you. So that is what they have right now for you, Latoya. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So, Marie, hello. How will you do in your new job? Will you be successful at it? Let's take a look here, see what Spirit has for you. Yes, I like this. You've got peace of mind and the wish fulfillment card. So I feel like you will be very successful at it. The Four of Swords is about letting go of your expectations and the small t truths, the things that if you have fears, if you have, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around a job and how, it's supposed to go and this is how I'm supposed to do. It's like let the fears go because all that does is mess with your mind. When you go and you just realize this is unfolding for me and it allows you to use the brilliant mind and learn and enjoy the moments. But if we fear, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, then we are actually going into fear, shutting down our brain, and we're not able to, we have more confusion than we do clarity. So I feel like they're saying just focus on this beautiful energy of success and dream fulfillment, and then you're able to have your mind work at its most brilliant. So I really like that. All right, perfect, perfect. And so that is what they have for you, Marie. All right, and I do have a donation that came through. So I'm going to complete that, and I might be having time for just one more free reading. So, Great Courts, you'll be my last free reading, and everyone else, since we're almost to the 2 hour mark. Thank you again so much for all the thumbs up that you've given me on the video, in all my videos. And whenever you like, comment, and especially subscribe, it just helps the YouTube algorithm get excited about the videos of this channel. and it shares it with other people. So thank you for being part of that giant tsunami of love, in doing those things. And that is totally free to do. So it's the perfect price, right? um, I will be back here in about 6 hours for my evening session. And in between that, I might just be going live for a lightning round. I'm going to test it out, see how that goes. So if you have subscribed, make sure you've selected the all option, for notifications, because then you will get notified when I'm going to do a little mini session. I'm going to kind of do it out of nowhere, depending on how my afternoon is going. So I'm not going to say when because I don't know exactly when, but there might be a chance for that too. And then I'll be here Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. and then also at 7 p.m. on tonight, Saturday and Sunday evening. If you need an answer right away and you're not able to give a donation, totally understand that. I do have a ton of free content that I give away as well. So if you click on my name, The Bread is on Mystic Tarot, you'll go to my main page. All my playlists are there. I have pick a card readings, weekly energy updates, by zodiac sign, monthly readings by zodiac sign, equinox, solstice readings by zodiac. Put out a lot of free content. So if you need an answer right away and I'm not able to get down to you for your free reading in this session, please know that I wish I could stand here for hours and hours and hours, but 2 hours is pretty much the maximum to maintain balance. But follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the playlists that have that available for you. Also, I have every 2 weeks I have a drawing to give away some free personal readings. Here's the link to that video. So be sure to check that out because I'll be doing that drawing on Sunday afternoon. So check that out if you're interested in entering that drawing. I also offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of this video on how you can book a personal reading for me. They're pretty reasonable prices for recorded readings and even doing a live one-on-one. I know. So that a lot of opportunities to get free information, free readings, and other options there for you. So thank you so much for attending this. I'm going to complete the donation, and then Great Courts will be the last free one. And now is the time if you do want to make a donation. Um, I will make sure to complete it in this session too. You can do the super chat, and then also in the pinned comment at the top talks about Venmo, PayPal, and the Square Cash App. So those are the options. So there you go. That'll be the last sponsored announcement. So we have here, and let me just double check here. So Renee, we did get a additional question here for you. Thank you for your additional donation. And so you wanted to know, what does Manny want you to know? And do you have SIBO? All right. I'm not sure. Spirit knows what that is. So we will answer those questions here. So what does Manny want you to know? Let's take a look at that first here. Hey, MBB604. Nope, you can still donate. Yep. All right. And then what about SIBO? All right, let me just move that out of the way so I can see. So what does Manny want you to know? Well, he would want you to know that he is a barrel of thoughts and fears. The Emperor, though, I feel like with there you have the Queen of Swords, which rolls over, thinking and air, but also has water. So he's trying to balance their mind and their emotions. The Four of Swords is they're trying to find peace of mind because both of these have the Ace of Swords in them, where they're trying to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and their fears. So they're trying to do this. The Emperor, too, is trying to take control over their life and trying to get things in order. So they're trying to get a handle on all of these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets and the fears that they have. So that's what they'd want you to know is like, I know I'm a mess. I'm trying, but in my mind, it's like, try harder. Because I feel like this is the question about the SIBO that you were asking here, which is you're exhausted. Um, like there's this when we have a lot of fears of supposed to, shoulds, and need tos, and have to be's and musts, it's like we're ready to let go. The 10 is we're exhausted trying to invest so much energy in all of the supposed tos and the shoulds and all this mental activity. And so it's like letting the fears go returns so much energy and so much power back to you. Because with the Two of Wands, this is telling you that whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands, right? And so there is this when we're in fear, it shuts down our body in so many different ways. And if we are perpetually and had been in fear a lot, it impacts our bodies. It has a kind of a memory around it of constantly being in fear. And so it does things chemically to us. Now, I'm not a licensed physician at all. And if this is a medical thing, of course, tarot should not replace medical advice. You should always seek professional help. And whatever things we have, tarot is designed to be for entertainment purposes only. And we have to say that here in the United States. But, the power of where we invest our energy when we're focusing on what we're on our pain or what we're missing in life or what we have in our life that we don't want, all that expands and that grows. But if we focus on what we're grateful for, what we do want in our life, and focus on joy and celebration, all those things, that expands and it actually impacts our body. If you ever research fight or flight in on the internet, then it actually does talk a lot about what shuts down when we're in fight or flight and how it impacts our physical body as well. So that is the information that Spirit is bringing up regarding that. So hopefully that brought some clarity there for you. And you are very welcome, Marie. So I don't see any other donations. And so MBB 604, if you are wanting to make a donation, that just if you want to do that here in the next few moments, that will be great. I'm going to go complete the last free reading for this session, which was Great Quartz, is where we had left off on. Since I am hitting my 2-hour mark, this will be the last free one. And so apologies to everyone else that wanted a free reading in this session. It gets very long very fast. And I've really dealt with my guilt, of like, I can't get to everyone. But there are all those options I mentioned earlier, a lot of other free options. And then also you can make a donation right now as I complete Great Quartz. I will complete those in this session as well. So Great Quartz, you've been getting heavy vibrations about your friend A. Has she been gossiping about you? And should I continue being friends with her? Is she a good friend? I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. So let's take a look here. Is it for your highest experience to maintain a friendship with this person? We'll start off with that. Okay. All right. So it is for your highest experience here because you have the Hierophant, which is about enlightenment, and they are helping you understand your true capital T truths of who you want to be and what you want to do in the world. They're a great mirror for you. I almost feel like they're mirroring, they're showing you who you are, what you want to achieve. I almost want to, when I, when you asked has she been gossiping about you? It's like, have you been gossiping about yourself? That's what came to me, and that makes sense. They're their mirror for you. How are you gossiping about yourself? And I feel like it has to do with the nine of discs, the nine of pentacles, about you finding your worth within yourself. So how are you talking about yourself behind your own back, your self-talk? What does your self-talk sound like to you? Is what I feel like with those. Um, I feel like they are a good friend. They have the Two of Cups here, which is about partnerships, friendships, any kind of interactions. And again, with the Eight of Pentacles, because they are helping you move up and helping you do the work to move forward in your outside life. So I feel like they are this, you know, anyone that comes into our life is on purpose for a purpose. We have a ton of soulmates, whether it is a romantic, or if it's friend, family, coworker. All of these people are souls, and we all have these divine appointments for them to come into our life on purpose for a purpose. And so when we start to wonder, I'm getting these heavy vibrations. Well, what is the vibration that's coming up within you, right? What is being rattled? What is coming forward? What is the self talk that's coming in there? Am I being a good friend to myself? Hmm. And so that is something that you can look at, because that's what this purpose is. They're just a mirror. So whatever we see in that mirror is showing us how we feel about ourselves, or am I gossiping about them? Am I gossiping about myself? It's like rearranging the characters in the drama, the event that's unfolding, allows us to see different perspectives and truths, which is what we're wanting to see in our interactions with other people. So I like that for you, Great Courts. They just went really deep on you. So I like it. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So let me just double check here. So MBB 604, I do not see a donation. Let me just check my junk mail, because you know how things can go into the wrong folder. Nope, nothing over there. Okay. All right. Yep, I don't see another donation there. So if you are still with us and you are making one, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to be closing down this session. And like I mentioned, I will be back in 6 hours. I'm planning on having a lightning round that comes up. Um, so in between that time frame, so we'll see when that might appear here. That's my intentions. Of course, that just means if if something comes up and I'm not able to do it, I will try to do at least one or two this weekend. But if you need a reading right away and you're not able to wait until those later today, definitely check out my playlist and follow your heart, and Spirit will guide you to the videos that do have messages for you there. Um, and yeah, sorry, Ashwari. There are a ton of people that had free readings way before you, and so if I did yours out of line, that wouldn't be fair to everyone else that had posted earlier. I hope you understand. But definitely, if you need something right away, head over to my playlist, and Spirit will guide you to readings there that will bring you your answers. And but so all those other options that I had mentioned earlier too can help you guys out. And please know that as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, you hang in there. Have a great day, a great night, wherever you're out in the world. And we'll see you soon, I'm sure. Until then, much love to you. Take care.